All right, so you're just in time for another eBay unboxing. This actually is going to have to come in part one, part two, part three, and part four because I found four items from the same seller and negotiated prices for these items. So we'll look at them one at a time because one video will turn into like 2 hours long. So the seller got this at a local upstate New York auction. I saw quite a bit of things that I wanted. These weren't the only things, and but I could only afford to negotiate for four items. Sadly, she's got many more sleepers, and I'm not going to tell you who she is. Sorry, I'm not. I don't divulge. And the reason is because I'm saving up my money to buy the rest, and hopefully nobody else has found them. Now, some of these items do need repair. I've never repaired these type of things before, so it could go either bad, really, really bad, or it could go well. We'll see. So we'll open up the first item. First, I just want to make sure these items are packed well. I sure hope so. And, all right, so there we go. All right, so let's take the first item out. Actually, she placed all of them. Oh, no, she didn't. Okay. I thought she placed all of them. So this is going to be like a mystery. I don't know which one I'm opening first. This is actually quite exciting and fun. Let's lower the... There we go. Lower the camera. And again, some of them do need repairs. And so I expected this. This is packed very, very nicely. Okay, so you might be like, oh, that's really tiny. And actually, I thought in person it would be much bigger, but I'm not too disappointed. Okay, so this needs a repair. Let's actually open it up. Just going to lower my camera just a little bit more. There we go. And this one had a detached piece, and I've never sewn anything like this before, so I don't know how, how well I'm going to be able to do this. So, wow, this is even tinier than I thought. Well, holy shit. It turns out both of them fell off. In the description, she said that it was only one of these that fell off. These are acorns. Okay, little gilded acorns. Hopefully, this one will have... Oh, crap. All right, this might even be harder than I thought. All right, I'm going to have to take one of the acorns out. This is a dangly. This is a pocketbook. And this would have dangled down beneath the pocketbook, right on the bottom. And let me try to get in there close. Oh, okay, we got a little hole in there. Very good. I thought it was missing. All right, so it might not be as hard as I thought to repair. Now, I'm the type of person that can't even sew on a button. But let's take a look at this item and check it out. All right, so you take one look at it and you think it's Victorian, but the answer is it is not Victorian. This is Regency era. And what's Regency era? So Regency era, I believe, I'm no expert, was probably from the 1740s to about the 1790s. And you see this little bar? You see these little bars on the top? These are actually little bars that actually were part of the base of this crochet purse. These were actually quite commonly used during the Regency era, although there were revivals in the very, very, very late Victorian time frame to the early 20th century. But I could tell that these are Regency by the fact that we have the acorns. Now, acorns were very, very popular during the Regency era. You see right here on the tips of the bars, it almost has like an acorn design. But these actually were most popular during the Regency era and likely not Victorian because they would have probably put different kinds of danglies on these during the Victorian era. Now, actually, I don't know how I'm going to attach. Let's try to zoom in here. How I'm going to attach these little acorns to the bottom. Since I know nothing about crochet work, this is going to be a bitch, especially since those acorns are so tiny. But what I really love about this purse is the beadwork. And we're going to actually go over, I see a little loop over here. That may be maybe my saving grace to attach one of the acorns to. Hopefully there's another loop over here, although I don't see it. We'll figure it out. I always figure a way. But we have this beautiful flower design. Actually, thousands. If you look, well, perhaps maybe hundreds. I don't know. Because I'm not sitting here counting all these beads. By the way, these beads would have probably bought Manhattan. They would have actually given these beads to the Indians, and it would have actually purchased Manhattan for $20, like they did back in the 1700s, I think. Did they? I don't know. I suck at you know what happened. The whole story about how they purchased Manhattan, otherwise known as New York City, for $20 in beads to the Indians, and that was a really bad deal, right? Oh my God, somebody got the way better deal. But we got these beautiful. I think these are daisies. I am unsure. Daisies were my deceased mother's favorite flowers. So now I want to fix this even more. Look at the shimmer. Look at the shine. Look at this. I believe these are glass beads. Let's take a look at that. We're going to flip it over and see, do we have the same design on the other side? And wow. Can you imagine the amount of work that went into this purse? Now, when you open it, these are also known as miser bags. When you open it, it's here that you see this little finger ring. This is actually also known as a chatelaine, and this would have possibly hung from a hook on a lady's waistband, or she could have placed this with, in her finger and just carried it that way. Very interesting. Now, this little ring most likely would have went across to make it a miser purse. A miser purse is a purse that's very hard to open, so you can't get pickpocketed. And they would have carried little coins in this purse. And so this would have generally probably went across here and down into here and cinched the bag. Now I have to figure out a way how to get this ring to do that. And let me see if I can actually finagle it. And yes, I'm going to be able to finagle it. Let's go ahead and pull the other one through so I could show you this. There we go. There we go. This is the way the purse should have been. And hold on one second. Let me show you. So there you go. You can see the little ring stops people from opening this purse and stealing a lady's money. Really quite interesting. Now, what did I pay for it? I paid $45 for this. She wanted $95 for this. I got her down to $45. Don't know how I did that one, but we're going to have to try to figure out a way to get those acorns to make this purse whole again. Let's actually really fast look at some Regency purses and try to get an idea about these purses. Okay, so here's a beaded and I'm going to pronounce it wrong, reticule, or they called them reticules. I don't know why, but a reticule or reticule. Yeah, I have to figure out how to pronounce it. All right, let's find out how to pronounce this.
Reticule.
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 Reticule. Will I remember that? Probably not. So if you notice, this one is almost similar, almost identical, except for different colors, and the daisies or flowers or forget-me-nots are in a different pattern. But here we go. We got the same type of finger ring, the same exact design on the bars going across, and the little acorns on the bottom. Now, how are they attached? There's no way of knowing. So this one says green knitted cotton and beaded, reticule. Yeah, it says, and beaded reticule. The top with opening gilt metal bars with acorn finials, a small length of chain and ring. The lower central panel also beaded with green leaves and two shades. Oh, fuck me. I can't even do this. I can't read. I get nervous. Sorry about this. Green knitted cotton and beaded reticule. The top with opening gilt metal bars with acorn finials, a small length of chain and ring. The lower center panel also beaded with pink flowers with orange centers, two shades of green leaves on a silver beaded ground, above highly densely knitted green beads, 3 acorn finials. And this person says, very good condition. The metal is dullish, but as it is all the same, I think it is meant to be like that. Well, yes, 1810, baby. I got a purse from 18-freaking-10. Now, here's another one that's in a UK museum. And this one is in shot-to-shit condition. You can see it's all ripped. It's a crocheted reticule. And we have the bars going across with the finger chain, with the acorn finial right there. And this says golden brown netted purse on pinchbeck. Pinchbeck is not real gold. It's made to emanate gold. Pinchbeck metal bars finished with acorn tassel and finger ring. Circa 1800 to 1820. So we know my purse is very old. So now we have another one that's actually being called Antique Regency Finger Ring Purse with gilt Acorn finial compartment, English, circa 1810. There we go. We got the acorn. Now I noticed that they're attached with these little jump rings. I have jump rings, so I might be able to attach the jump ring into the netting. I might be able to do that, hopefully. Now the problem it lays in the fact that these are so tiny that if you drop it on the floor while you're trying to fix it, it's very hard to work with teeny tiny little things the size of basically seeds, with big fingers, and not knowing how to do this. So I'm going to have to figure this one out and figure this one out well. Let's see if I can do it. I hope I can. Since I'm not a seamstress, I had to come up with an idea of how to like get this held up in one place so I can try to attach the little acorns. And so I found a little bottle and I placed the purse over the bottle to have it stand in an upright position like this, so I can actually separate the piece of crochet to try to attach the ring. Let's see if this can be done. Okay, with much frustration, I was able to do it. First, I tried this. I tried using invisible thread. That is a no-go. If you are over the age of 20, using invisible thread is impossible. It's hard to tie a knot in it, and you can't even see it because it's invisible. So then I got this stuff. It's floss. And what I did was I divided up until I got a smaller, thinner piece like that to fit through the needle. That was a bitch to actually get the needle threaded, but here we go. I used turquoise color to try to like blend in with the beads. And now we have, there we go, we have our acorns back on. How well will, how long will they stay on there? Because I don't know how to even sew a button. Your guess is as good as mine. So here we go. We got this little finger ring, when not in use. To actually, let's show you with the finger ring and with this like a miser bag. Okay, so a lady would just like walk like this, have this swing back and forth, place a few coins in here, and this would actually be something that was really dainty on the finger. Now, to open up the coin, you just actually open up the rods. Very easy because the ring is not there to protect the rods or prevent the rods from opening. And then there you go. Now, yep, we have our acorns on the bottom. Thank God I got one of those packs with every single color known to man. It had multiple different colors of turquoise to choose from because if I didn't get that from Amazon, I ordered this in advance before the bag came. Thank God I used my noodle and I get every single thing. Like I think of every scenario, every snafu, everything that could go wrong and try to get different products for each and one of those scenarios. And there we go. So now we're going to put the ring back on the rods. First, I'm going to just show you how this opens up. Okay, so how a bag like this will open up is, here we go. You just open up the rods just like that, and you can get in and out of there very easily. I wonder if there's any coins in there. I'm going to feel around. Sometimes you get lucky like that. And so basically, we're going to put the ring back on. And now this belongs in a museum. I'm going to be honest with you. This type of piece belongs in a museum. I've never seen a more prettier one. All right, so I'm going to try to get the ring. You got to be very, 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 very gentle with these old bags because you don't want a disaster to happen. All right, so it's like performing surgery, honest to God. And it's quite threatening. It's really intimidating. And all right, let's go ahead, try to get this ring through here as well. And this must have been a pain in the ass to open. And no wonder that they call these miser bags, because the problem is that nobody can really get into them. So there's no way in hell that you're going to be robbed if you have a miser purse. Now, why are they so small? You might be wondering. Well, back then, they didn't need paper money as much because even a penny, I know in the 1880s or so, $1 was worth $35. So if you go back to the Regency era, one penny had to have been worth at least $10. I don't know. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. We'll go to the Wayback Machine in a second and figure out how much a penny or maybe a dime or a nickel would have been back in the Regency era. Did they have dimes and nickels back then? I don't even know because pretty much, the Regency era. That's more British, and I don't know if, probably a British person owned this. I don't know. What the hell do I know? Okay, so here's how it is with the ring going across the rods. You can see the two rods. This is absolutely stunning. Look at the beadwork. Did I do the best repair job ever? Probably not. Probably somebody would have came up with a better idea than me. Maybe had surgeon precision fingers. But what do I think something like this is valued at? That's a good question. So if I was to list something like this in my Etsy shop, and I still had an Etsy shop, I would not sell this for less than $800. Does that say it's worth $800? The answer is no. But there is an ask for every seat, and for every seat, there is an ask, and there's somebody that's willing to pay what price you put on it. And I would not hesitate to put a price of $800 on this. This actually belongs in a museum. So it's not every day that you get a museum quality Regency era purse. And you can see, again, look at this amazing beadwork. This is just phenomenally gorgeous. Original patina on the metal rods. We got the acorn finials. And again, I would not sell this for less than $800. And let's go to the Wayback Machine. How much was a penny during the Regency era? So the Wayback Machine says a penny in 1810 is worth to about a quarter today. Interesting. So what would a dime be back then? I don't know. I have like an inquisitive mind. Okay, so 0.10. A dime in 1810 is $2.41. All right, so how much is a quarter back then? And of course, I can never behave myself. Here we go. $6.03. So all she needed was basically like a penny, a dime, and a quarter. And she had several bucks to buy some groceries. So the fact that this bag lasted 213 years and is still here with us today is quite the extraordinary thing. So once again, thanks for watching another one of my boring ass videos. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. Maybe you learned that maybe sometimes even people that can't sew buttons on can fix 213-year-old purses. Now we're going to get on to part 2. Then we're going to get on to part 3. Then we're going to get on to part 4. So continue to watch these videos because more are coming as I slowly unbox these treasures one by one.